I'm going to say this and then I ain't going to say nothing else. I've grown to realize that you truly are only as good as the last thing you've done for someone. I've grown to realize that people might hear what you say, they might listen to what you say, they might believe what you say, but they don't respect you until you do what you say. I've grown to realize that people truly do judge you by your worth and not your humanity. I've grown to realize that people don't sympathize for you, nor can they empathize with you when you have done them wrong. I've grown to realize that things are truly not always as they seem. I've grown to realize that we can be anyone we want to be behind the screen, behind social media. We can say anything we want to say behind the screen, behind social media. But what really counts is the core of you, who you truly are. I've grown to realize that. I've grown to realize that people who really love you and really care about you are the people who will forgive you. I've grown to realize that. I've grown to realize that people cannot fake but so long. They will eventually put their representative away. I've grown to realize that. I've grown to realize that people place a whole lot of worth into people who are celebrities, who are famous, and certainly people who are rich. They place a whole lot of value into those people without even knowing them. They place a whole lot of respect into those people without even knowing them. And I get the fact that they do that because those particular people, famous people, rich people, wealthy people, social media influencers, all of those people, I get that they have earned their position in some one way or the other. Even if some people have become famous on social media by mistake, by accident, or just by an incident that might have happened in their life, and they became famous for that reason. Still, people place a lot of value in that. But the fact remains is that you have to be able to maintain that stuff. So I've grown to realize that. I've also grown to realize that luck is not luck. There's no such thing as luck. I've grown to realize that luck is really fate. It really is not what you think it is. It is not thinking that, oh, let me try to flip this money and get lucky. Let me go to the casino and maybe flip this money and get lucky. No, I've grown to realize that it is God's intention for your life. If you get blessed in a mighty way financially, it is God's intention for your life. There's no such thing as luck. I've grown to realize that. I've grown to realize that it is a thin line between love and hate. People that love you will say they hate you, and people that hate you will say they love you. Or people that dislike you will say they love you. Or people that don't love you at all will say they love you. And in many cases, it is because they want something from you. I've grown to realize that. I've grown to realize that it truly does take two people to be in love. One person cannot be in love. Love cannot exist singular. It must be both people in love in order for love to exist. I've grown to realize that. I've grown to realize that a lot of people have messed up their present because of their past. They have ruined their current situation because of their past, and they have allowed it to consume them, so much so that they can't move forward to the future. I've grown to realize that. I've grown to realize that everyone is selfish. Everybody is selfish. You hear people say, "Oh, I'm not selfish. I'll give you the shirt off my back." Let me tell you something. Even with somebody who will give you the shirt off their back, you better believe they want you to say thank you. Everybody is selfish. Everybody, it truly is all about me. It truly is all about what affects you at the time. In giving their time, and giving your love, and giving attention, everybody is selfish because everybody wants something out of what they put out. Everybody wants something out of what they do. Everybody wants to be acknowledged in some way, even if it just means you're acknowledging them. Everybody is selfish. Don't be fooled into thinking that, oh, this person is just so nice. This person will do anything for you, and they may. But you better believe, you better, in the very least, you better say thank you. Everybody wants something. Everybody's selfish. I've grown to realize that. I've grown to realize that everything costs something. Nothing is free. Nothing is free. Even if you lay on the ground and the wind blow, you better believe it's going to cost you something. You might get cold because of the breeze. Even if you lay under the sun, you risk getting skin cancer. Nothing is free. I've grown to realize that nothing is free. Nothing. I've grown to realize that God controls everything. Everything. Even if you think that you can, even if you go to do something that will risk your life, if you try to even unalive yourself, God is in control of whether he wants you to come and be with him or not. You will wake up either in heaven, or you'll wake up in a vegetated situation. You'll wake up and just wake up and be all right. But at the end of the day, God is in control of everything. I've grown to realize that. And lastly, I've grown to realize that everything you do, you have a choice. Everything. You can make the right choice. You can make the wrong choice. No matter what it is, what choice you make, the bottom line is you have a choice. You have a choice to do good, and you have a choice to do bad. You have a choice to decide, and you have a choice not to decide. But either way or the other, bottom line is you have a choice. Have an amazing day.